Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I would like to explain what happened. She used to be one of my closest friends, and we had the plan that she would be my bridesmaid in my wedding.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I was in a relationship with my now ex-boyfriend, Rob, for over 3 years. And the last Valentine's Day, he gave me a card that says, like, get ready for the next step. So I assumed we would get engaged and soon to have a wedding, which is a topic that we always conversate, like my ex-boyfriend and myself. For me, it was the beginning of the rest of my life with the man of my dreams, the man that I wanted to be forever. And it was this place, the gazebo in Huntsville, that I booked a day because it was getting all booked up. So I decided to book a day to also surprise my boyfriend to, when he proposed, then I had already the event place to...
Oh, wait, you went and booked a place, you booked a wedding venue before he even asked you to marry him?
Yes.
So
yes,
how does Miss Jane even get involved?
Because once I booked the place, they told me that I could cancel within 90 days. So I had like 90 days to find out when would be engaged, or if it would be soon, or a date to confirm to the gazebo place. So I would have more like a plan. So I thought 90 days would be long enough for me to know from my boyfriend, or if something happened, or if he proposed or something. So Miss Jane, because we were like super close, I know that she's very athletic, she loves to play tennis. Also my boyfriend, and he's a member of the tennis club. So I had the brilliant idea to get membership for Miss Jane. So eventually...
So you figured, let me get my best friend in, because she plays tennis, and she can kind of get some intel on what is going on and why have you not asked me to marry you?
Yes.
Okay.
That was my initial idea. And that was what she agreed to that. She loved the idea because she would be playing tennis, which is something that she loves to do. And then...
so she had to pay the club fees. You had to pay the...
I had to pay the club fees.
You had to pay the club fees for her to be able to have a membership to play tennis with your boyfriend all the time.
Yes.
So you agreed to this, Miss Jane?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you all have any type of written agreement that this was your plan?
I had in the exhibits that I present to you, the text message when I remind her, like, please remember that you have to ask my boyfriend, that you have to find out when it's going to be the day.
Where are these text messages? Did you submit them to the court, or do you have them with you now?
Yes, I have it here. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. So in these text messages is where you start saying...
In the number 1.
Okay, so you say you need a favor.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And
you pay for this tennis place.
Yeah, I'm suggesting there, like, if she agrees, like, if I pay for a month of tennis, and then she says, like, I'm happy to help. So that's our verbal agreement on a text message.
So did you go in, Miss Jane, and start getting information and get next to him so you can figure out what are his plans for it?
Yeah, it takes a little longer than, Daniela has in her head. I can't just go into there and be like, hey, Rob, want to play a game of tennis, and then, oh, by the way, what date and time are you proposing to my friend?
So even though I don't agree with this plan, what information did you get, Ms. Jane, since you agreed to do it?
Well, the first week I didn't get any information, and I was playing tennis with Rob at this point 4 days a week. But it just didn't feel like the right time to really dive in. I knew him a little bit, but just kind of face value. And I knew if I was just like pounding him with the questions about when he's going to propose, he's going to get suspicious.
Speaking of desperation, go and book the venue of your dreams before you even ask to marry someone. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know why she thought it was a great idea. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens in its time, God's time. And his time is always perfect. For her to just try and speed things up or try to figure out when things are happening, it just sounds so desperate. And to me, it sounds like she wanted the wedding more than she wanted the man. Back into the courtroom.
And then you start saying, Ms. Gonzalez, that she betrayed you because why?
she started like talking to him, and she was communicating to me like, oh, I'm talking to Rob, everything is going great, but not really information. So at some point, they went together to have lunch, and Rob shared information with her, like that he would propose me, that he had a ring, that I was the love of his life.
So, why are you crying?
Because I broke up with my boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend anymore, and I'm not gonna get married.
And you felt like what? Your friend went in there and she was supposed to get the information and she wasn't getting the information that you needed or that you wanted to hear?
When she didn't want to keep on going to the point that I needed to know in order to keep the gazebo place, she asked me for another month of membership.
I see that. I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Rob kept digging for info.
And then I told her, like, listen, I cannot do it, but you're free to pay the other month and keep on playing tennis with Rob. And then.
Oh, you wanted her to pay for the other month if she needed
because I couldn't do it anymore, Your Honor. I already paid, like, I booked the gazebo for the wedding, and I already paid the first month, and I just couldn't do it.
I don't know why you did any of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sitting here trying to figure out. And then why are you asking her for another month, Miss Jane?
I knew that Rob would get suspicious if we're playing 4 days a week all that time, and I'm bringing up things about the proposal, and then I just drop off the face of the earth, you know. I did my job. My job was to find out when he was going to propose. The answer to that was soon. He wasn't giving me any dates, but I did tell Daniela.
I see in these text messages, at some point he found out. Did you tell him?
I did tell him because of the constant hounding back and forth.
And so what did you say?
I'm a really bad liar, Your Honor. Like, when I get under pressure, I just kind of freeze up.
Yeah, you sent the wrong woman in for the job, Ms. Gonzalez.
And I get really, really nervous.
She was not ready for the covert operation.
So
she said if you know your best friend and she's a bridesmaid, you know which ones are able to have a poker face and which ones aren't. You were that desperate?
It's not desperate. I really had like all my faith on my marriage with him.
No.
Yeah.
No. And even though this is an illegal principle, it's what this case hinges on. You didn't have faith in your relationship with him. You went out and booked a venue, signed your best friend up for $1,200 at a tennis club because you wanted this to happen.
I wanted that to happen, but most important because I wanted to have a beautiful surprise for him. And
what is the surprise?
The surprise that I had the venue of our dreams already booked, and
men don't care nothing about no venue. You wanted to bring this into fruition so desperately, you started trying to make things happen by paying for things and trying to tip the scales of fate by all of these actions, and you ended up getting found out by your boyfriend. And I saw in the text messages he was disgusted by the whole thing. Is that correct, Miss Jane?
That's correct.
Hey guys, one thing I cannot figure out. Obviously, these two, they've been dating for some time and they pretty much know friends of each other's. How come the boyfriend didn't know about this girlfriend of the plaintiff's? So let's assume he knew her. And now she starts coming to the tennis club where he plays and asks him all about the proposal and the ring and what he has planned. I would be awfully suspicious knowing that this is my girlfriend's friend. And this information will definitely be communicated back to her. On the other hand, let's assume he didn't know this friend for whatever miraculous reason. They did not meet during those years that they've been dating. And now this girl who goes and meets him and starts asking, why would you share this information with a complete stranger? That's another thing that you've known only for a few weeks. That's a personal information. Like, yeah, I'm thinking of proposing, I'm not sure. Usually you brush people off if they start prying on your personal information like that. So I don't see what was the game plan here, why they thought they're gonna just get this information out of him and he would not suspect anything. What do you guys think? Back into the courtroom.
I would like to submit some evidence.
Let me see that, because I'm done. Because I know what's going on here.
This just shows, in my opinion, that I did what was asked of me, though it was very hard and I didn't feel comfortable doing it. I did relay the message to Daniela about her proposal on page 1. I told her what kind of ring she was going to get.
So you did get some information.
I did.
And you did find out things that you relayed.
Yes.
The only problem is at some point he figured out why you keep asking me all this.
And then I warned her on page 2. You can see that I said, Daniela, he's gonna catch on to us, like she might regret this.
Yeah, but
and she takes that as a threat, but I'm not threatening her.
I felt also pressure that she wanted another month.
Oh,
No.
girl, please, stop this nonsense. Nobody wants to play tennis that bad. I think she was trying to be a friend to you. And what she was trying to say is, if you want me in here and you want me figuring out this information, I cannot keep pouncing on him day in and day out. Now you crying, Miss Jane. Why? You up because you upset because your friendship got destroyed?
I lost my best friend, and I feel used, and I feel like maybe I was just a pawn in her scheme. Thank you very much. To get just a pawn in her scheme.
You just getting the short end of the stick everywhere. Even the tissue didn't come out. Poor thing, poor Miss Jane. Lord have mercy.
I need to set my boundaries a little bit better and stick to them and not say yes to everything that my friends ask me to do.
So you've had time to think about this.
Yeah.
You wanted to be the bridesmaid that came in with the information. And what you know ultimately is you lost your best friend over it because she's mad at you now. You lost your boyfriend because he was disgusted because he don't want to marry some calculating Inspector Gadget. Right?
Yes,
and it's too often that people block their own blessings so they won't get out of their own way. You got in your own way. And the only person you have to be angry about is yourself. Therefore, judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
I agree that she doesn't owe anything to the plaintiff. She did her part of the deal, although I don't agree with the whole arrangement. And I know the defendant was crying in court saying, oh, I lose a friend over, I wasn't comfortable doing this for her. Then just say no. You know, it's that easy. You just turn your head from right to left and back to right. Next time that comes up, maybe try it. It really works. If the boyfriend really loved her and thought of her as love of his life, quote unquote, this situation would not have broken them off. That's my personal take on it. Did she overstep the boundaries? Yes, we all know she took it way too far, but can we understand her as women? We were all wondering, since we were little girls, we were dreaming about the Prince Charming going down on his knees and proposing to us in a beautiful place, and our wedding day, and everything's beautiful, unicorns and rainbows. I mean, we didn't go to the extent of actually bribing our friend to go and try to find out that information for us. But would we want to know? Maybe, yes. We want to be sure that this is the one, that this is where it's going. So if there was true love between the two of them, I do believe the proposal and the wedding would have still taken place. What did you guys think? Please put it in the comments below, and thank you for watching.